Idly ho, kids. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David and her ladyship? Now, we are not going to be joined by Bassman today, as it turns out. He's, been quite busy. Hopefully he'll be with us on Sunday. All right. In the meantime, as with regards to what I'm doing this stream, we're getting some base colors down on the interior of the Corsair. Now, some of that will be more easily explained when I show you what I'm doing. This we will now do. Yes. Now, give me a moment. Whilst I... Oh, itchy ear. Dear me. And of course... Yeah. All right. Round we come. Now, I've actually been sensible enough to get a good solid start on the... In fact, I have the paints fully mixed. They'll probably not take long to get going back. Now, things we need to consider. There's a number of colours that come into play here. Now, give me a moment. I'll bring you out and over. And what I should probably also grab, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Now, where are... Ah, yes, very good, very good. Now, here we go. Here we have the various parts that make up the... there's more interesting stuff there, kids. What I mean by that, this is the backboard that the seat goes on. But that, to me, looks like some sort of gas tank thing. I wonder if they don't say to do that a different color. Now, something I also need to check out is my photo etch to see, well, what areas I do need to paint or not. Let's have a look at that too, shall we? Because that's going to affect a few details. One thing I can confirm, give me a moment. I'll get this out of the way. I don't need this over here at the moment. Is on the fuselage, zinc chromate up to here. Now, I'm not quite sure about the top bit there. I'll have to check that out. This is interior green. Yeah, it's a little bit jiggery pokery. Now, the other thing I want to check out is, so wherever it says excess, the color, they say to mix the colors, and that's for interior green. Now, what I would like to check out is I stand corrected, maybe. What's X18? Just let me have a look at something for a moment. Yeah, nah. Based on the pictures I've looked at, nah, we're not doing that. Now, in the meantime, however, let's have a look at our photo etch map. Now, that's a bit funky. It gives you the ability even to make a little nameplate for it. That's a bit cool. Not necessary, but kind of cool. They're the seat belts. All I'm really looking for here now are these all pre-painted? I think they are. West Edwards cotton socks. 35. Yeah, none of these get painted. That's all a bit nice, which means you can concentrate on. Well, that one might need to be. Let's have a look at what this one is. 36. Oh, rightio. Seriously? This can be a seat. You can actually make the seat. Interesting. Wow. I have to zoom in for that one just so you can. This is actually quite an intriguing little discovery. Here we go. Allows you to focus. You would raise that up and flick those over, thus making the seat. Wow, that's kind of funky. I don't know if I'll bother. I mean, there's quite a lot of other funky little photo etch to put in, but that's a bit, yeah. 43, which is, I'm just seeing what's what here pretty much, guys. And that becomes the frame of the seat. That's pretty cool. All right. Is there anything on the back for that? No. What I'm thinking about is I see how you put this into, okay, I'll just show you the actual map, it'll be easier. If you make the seat, you then put it into there, and that goes into there. How funky is that? Rubbin'. It bears some thinking about. Yes, it does. Now, in the meantime, other parts. Let's have a look. Uh, 16. Wow. Now, here we go. Right. Oh, that's all a bit swish. Okay, so 4 goes there. I'll give you a zoom in once I've identified what's what. Oh, this is very nice. 20 would go there. I'd say that's what they've done is pretty much given you everything you need to go all over it. You don't paint the detail, I just need to paint the base colors. I'll now give you a zoom in on the map. And then, oh, hey, Alex, how you doing? Thanks for swinging past, I appreciate it. Now, on our photo etch, as you can see, they pretty much cover all the bases for us, which is what you'd expect, to be fair. So, I don't have to get all artsy-McFartsy with my detailing. I can let's have a look at all that really requires. Therefore, is that we give me a moment. Okay, so it might be a little bit. Nah, why? There's a couple of other things I do want to check out as well. So that's all interior green till we get to the dash areas. Here's something I want to put. Now that I've had a look at this, I want to put this away. Put it away, boy, or I shall tweak it. Yes. Cheesy grin from the big man if you can identify where that quote comes from. Now, so that's all pretty straightforward. What I'm just checking here is stuff like, okay. I'm looking at the, this is cool. I'll show you something. These go around the end of the, I'm not quite sure what the correct, but basically you can have them open or closed. I will have them open because I like them like that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know they allow some degree of venting of some variety. Yeah, there was, I'm unsure how old you are, Alex, but there used to be, or even, it may not even be relevant, but there used to be a TV program. In Australia, we get programs from both the US and the UK. And there used to be a program out when I was a kid. Ooh, that's a memory. And I'm talking about like primary school sort of an age, called Bar Black Sheep, and it was about the squadron. So ever since then, yes, I've had a bit of a soft spot for them. It's hard not to. Now let me get my goggles on for a moment. There are a couple of. Am I overthinking this? Probably. Now that's what I wanted to look at. The actual. Where's the nose cone? Deary me, kids. Where's that gone? I haven't taken anything off the sprues, damn it. Where's the... What the hell? That's bizarre. Where is it? Oh, hang on. I'm overthinking this. I think. Hopefully. No, I'm not. Hang on. Yeah, where is it? This part. It's not on those sprues. Here's the only other bag of parts, and it's not in there. That's weird. Oh, here it is. That's right. I remember now. It was hanging off weirdly, so I trimmed it off. Now, what I want to know here... Okay. Because this should, on the interior of this should be, strictly speaking, interior green. And then this area here... Oh, yeah, nice one. Anyway. Now this is the backboard of our engine. And I'll be doing most of that chassis black. This is our engine cowling. Most of that needs to be interior green. Right, getting places on the color ID caper. This will also be chassis black, being the bit that goes thusly. we're going to have on our fuselage interior zinc chromate, interior green. Now, about that, I need a couple of decisions. I'm going to go recheck the. Oh, here's the map. Let's see. Just want to quickly check. Let me get my gogs on for a moment, just to look at a couple of details here. And also, let me just get this shit off my desk, because I do not need it. And as such, it can get off of my bloody desk. Oh, really? Now this drops. Never mind. I'll pick that up later. Give me a moment. Oh, they've even got some photo etch that goes on the canopy. That's a bit swish. Now, so that's on this side. All right. And that would be, okay, yeah. And what about that side? Uh-huh. Now that surprises me. Surely there doesn't seem to be any, there's stuff that you can do there, but they don't seem to have supplied much on that front, which I find a little bit odd. Robin. Okay, well that just means I can do a little bit of work there perhaps. And I probably will, because it behooves me. But that's interior green for the bulk part. Okay. Now, next. Well, I think the best thing I can do first up is to hit those areas, and another area I need to do with zinc chromate is the wheel wells on the front, of course. So being here. Yes. Yes. Here too. Any of the things that would pertain to the whatchamacallits. Actually, wouldn't mind having a bit of a closer look at that. I'm digressing. Some of this I know will be zinc chromate, and we'll get onto that. Anyway, I think that's the one we'll start with, because there's goodly chunks that I can apply quite vigorously. As it's settled, not too badly, so that's all good. I'll quickly bring you back a touch. Focus. Yeah. Focus. Thank you. Bloody thing, eh? Cool. Now, boom. Get this out of the way for the moment. Boom. That'll do us nicely. And I'll quickly grab there we go. I prefer it when the cap comes off. Now, hopefully, there we go. I actually got a decent pour. Who would have thunk it? And now I will get my chunky brush. Wipe my fingers. Oh, his wife's fine. The car's not so well, but it's more insurance will deal is the specs I'm being given. Apparently she wasn't paying attention and hit the back of a truck, which is really good for the other vehicle. And yeah, but he's been very busy. As you can imagine, he just wants to chill out for a bit, and you think, yeah, well, that's a pretty fair call. Now, there we go. When you're doing your wheel wells, for those who are unaware, you want to go right to the edge because that's where that color goes all the way to. These are things. Once we've got this one done, we'll go and do that big chunky bit over this side. Yeah. I'll be doing a second coat of this, of course. But that's okay. Well, this looks certainly. There we go. Across here. To there. Now, next, we shall. This line here becomes where the zinc chromate stops and the interior green starts. Yes. Don't ask me why this is so. This I do not know. But suffice to say, that's the way it is in the pics. So that's the way it's going to be on the kit. Yeah, I think he's just been busy chasing up things like replacement vehicles, getting to the insurance thing. I know all that's online as well, but there's also he lives in a small town in an area where pretty much having a car is an absolute necessity. It's not optional. It's an essential. Um, and so I dare say he's chasing up a new car, which is probably not something that he would prefer to do on a financial basis, but um, insurance may cover that for him, depending. Well, on the nature of, yeah, we all know how it rolls. But yeah, sent me an email, so he wouldn't be on. I will pass on your regards. Um, yeah, he's pretty keen on getting into his Corsair because he's got a Revel one, but he could only get one is to 32 because the town where he goes, where his hobby shop is, yeah, that's what he's limited to. We went there to get stuff, and that was all he could get in that variety. So that's what he got. Now, there we go. Now, this will require a second coat, of course, but hey, there's the interior green areas of the, on interior green, the zinc chromate on the interior of that part of the um, Corsair. Now, we go here. Alrighty, we're getting places, boys and girls. Now, once I've gotten this part done, the question I need answered is, well, more to do with, I know how I'll do it. I'm talking about the wheel covers and stuff, wheel well covers. Got it under control, I do. As far as in my concepts of how I want to paint it. Now, now. We come down here. All right, getting there. Now, can go for a while today. But I do need to be aware of as always, aware of the time. Today I have my induction volunteering at a zoo. Which I'm rather looking forward to doing. I'm not sure what colour that backboard would be. Before I put this brush away, I might have a look at the assembly instructions on that one. I would not think that it would be zinc chromate, however. I would think possibly blue or interior green. Now, getting there. Yeah. Oh, look. The F4U is a very cool aircraft. I mean, this is obviously not the F4U that you're talking about. But yeah, 1:32, any aircraft are big. The one that always freaks me out is the I know you can get a 1:32 lank. My take of which is really, where are you going to put that, mate? Anyway, these are not my conundrums. No, they are not. I'm actually kind of looking forward to going through the weathering process with this, because I've never had to do a Pacific Theatre one. And I know the weathering is far more arduous. I'm kind of looking forward to putting it through that. Maybe even a little bit of rust on the wheels. All right, a little bit in there. There we go. Alrighty, that's them. Now, that's what I was going to check, wasn't it? Give me a moment. Do they give a colour for that particular spot? I don't think it met what's... don't think it matters that much. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. Something gets glued in there. To a fair point, it probably doesn't even matter. That I probably didn't need to paint all that now that I've looked closer. It's done. Doesn't matter. Now, next on my agenda in this colour, we shall first clean this brush. Bing. And then we are going to do some zinc chromate on some other parts. Some of which I will be just needing to do a quick identifier on, but that's okay. That's okay. Now, rinse. Now, just pop this one over to here. Excuse me again. Put the lid on this. Had that fully mixed earlier. This is the interior green I probably won't get onto today, but just in case I do get onto some. Now, yes, boom, these are the ones, and boom, right. So, they're suggesting by the looks yeah, fully zinc chromate all the way over those whole panels. That's what they're saying. But that doesn't here's another thing to consider. This would be all zinc chromate, or at least that would be, yeah. I'm a little surprised that the wheel covers are all entirely zinc chromate. I would have thought there would be some light blue there, or maybe not. Why am I arguing at the point with the kit so much? I'll just do that, shall I? All right. So that's bam, 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 bam. Bam. And what are they? We'll have a look. What are those parts? All I'm trying to find out is, are these parts I need to do? The part number oh, well, it's on shit house. For an A4 and A5. Let's have a look. A4. Aha. Ah. Okay. I see where this go. Where they go. Yep. So they'll need a bit. All right. I've identified. Sorry, I just got the microphone something fierce there. The parts I need to do. And there are some parts that I might actually leave a couple of little spots because I'm here. A couple of little widgets there we can maybe highlight, and will. I should probably consider doing the back of this. All right, let's get down to business now. For this, I think I shall use, actually that's looking pretty good for the occasion. So I might go a little heavier than that. There he is, here he is. A good friend, Mr. Citadel. Now, I'll start on the small stuff. This will take a while. Just because it's going to be a little fiddly. These, not so bad. All right. Brush is still building its reservoir up, so it's not giving me quite the payload I want. Yeah. There we go. Now we're getting places with it. There's one. The good part about the Citadel is that it's able to do things like the edges and still do an area, which is great, I find. Now, repeat process. In fact, we've got a fair bit of this sort of behaviour to do, and I'll probably be trying out the big brush again soon. Just notice I might be able to do that. It's this one. We'll see. Oh, we'll see. Okay, this one almost done. Now, I'm actually not making up entirely horrible time. I might even get onto the big wheel wells. We'll see. Because they're going to, like I said, they're going to be a bit more fiddly. But all right. Now, coming across to this one. Just check I've done the edges okay on those. Yep. I don't reckon I'm going to get this saying. I don't reckon I'm going to get this colour completed today, but that's okay. Oops, got a little carried away there. So long as I get a goodly amount done, I'll be happy. Because at the moment, I am indeed getting a goodly amount done. And the thing is, the zinc chromate will now be in areas where, well, some of it goes to where interior borders interior green, but I'll need that to dry before I can go one to the other, if you follow me. I know what I mean. Alrighty, next. This one. And then I might actually do that, because that's something else that borders with some interior green. I believe that is the backing that goes in pretty much on the edge of the colour break on the interior of the fuselage. So therefore I'm going to yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, do that so as that I don't have to, because if I come back Sunday doing this, which I possibly will, if I get all of this colour that borders the interior green, if I finish off all the rest of the zinc chromate, I can then go straight to the interior green without having to worry about it drying. That's my premise here. All right, that's them. Now, this, as I was saying, is, yeah, all right, I'll do that. And then, actually, we're doing all right on the side front. We might be remarkably lucky as to how far we get into this colour. I would be well happy if I completed it. I'm not holding my breath on that one. But hey. Now, next, into there. Oh, this is a bit good, kids. I'm doing far better than I thought. Given that I can get close to an hour and a half today, time-wise and the length of stream, I'd say there's every possibility we'll get this colour completed, at least to some extent. That would be good. That would be very good. All right, that's that done. Moving right along. We now go to these. These are the front or part of the front wheel assembly. There we go. There we go. That's them. More across there, perhaps. There we go. Yes, them. So, in this instance, Oh. Now, let me just check something here. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. I should get my goggles on for these, actually. I'll give you a zoom in once I've got them done. Where'd they go? Here they are. Now let's have a good close look. Oh yeah, easy. Now, come into there, into there. And into here. There. How's this coming on? Yeah, it's coming together nice. Well, nicely, rather. Hopefully you'll soon see what I'm trying to do. I'll show you the first one. I'm going to get it done. Or at least this will be step one on these. Oops, got a little carried away there. Because there's a couple of other colours that will be going on here. All right, almost there. And then a couple of other spots. There. Into there. All right. I might just do a little tidy up at the top here. All right. Now, what I've done is I'll be painting those two different colours, and I'll be putting that little curve there, bottom and top, aluminium. Now, repeat process. Now, we shall... Yeah, I'm not going to get this colour completed today, but I'll get a lot of it done, a lot of the more fiddly stuff done, and also have things at a point where The interior green can come on in all those areas where they border. Now, not yet. All right. Next, we shall come into here. Across there. Almost there. And here, down, 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 deeper and down. Painting planes in synchromate. Oh dear. All right. Boom. So you can see where we're going to be putting other colors, but yeah, they're coming along. Where does this part go? This is part number 11. Let's just give that a quick gander. After all, if it needs to be done, I may as well do it. A11. Now, it is possible, of course, that it's not actually on this kit after all that happens. And it's looking a bit that way. And that being so, I shan't worry about. Aha! No, that would be interior green. All right. Now, next on my agenda was, yes, we might as well very quickly now. Oh, not quickly, there's no great urgency to it. Jesus. Oh, at least they've got a spare one of these. They certainly broke that bloody stem. I think they've got a spare. Yeah, they do. There's a win. Not quite sure what's the difference. None, but at least I got a spare. That's okay. That was a bit upsetting. Never mind. In fact, if it had even broken, I'd have still been able to fix it in some capacity. It's not rocket science. Now, this time we come along here. Now, Almost there on this one. And this is just the rear wheel covers. All right, getting there. One. I need to do the edge. Knew there was something I hadn't done. Now, yeah, what about that top edge? That's good. All right. Now, oops, need to focus. Now, we shall on Sunday, I would like very much to finish all these base colors. Because then we can get into the detailing and the photo etch. Now, all right. So, all right. We come now. Rear wheel covers. Next, we get to our what was I looking for? Ah, yes. Two things, in fact. One of them kind of easy, one of them less so. Now, the kind of easy one is inside here. just along these edges. Yeah. Well, that is the colour they would be. Now, I'm going to come from this angle. Okay, we're getting there now. Alright, now, even where I've been clumsy there, that's okay, because of course I'm going to be painting on top of that. But these inner edges do need to be done in this colour. These are facts. Now, whoops. And zoom out a bit, I think. There we go. Now you can see a bit better what I'm doing. Once I've gotten this one done, I reckon I will call that stream done. I wouldn't mind getting a start on those wheel wells. We'll see how we go. Now, alrighty. Ding, 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 ding. And then we're well on our way. Oops, daisy. Down here. All right. Now, these are a little more tricksy. And will take a fair bit more time. See how far we can get into one of them at least. So, heavier. So what I'm going to try and do, as I do, is highlight the beams by making them aluminium and the gaps in between zinc chromate. Right, going into there. Thank you. There we go. Itchy. Now, all right. Getting a good start on this one. This is good. Next, alrighty. Well, that's a good start, actually. And these ones are going to be easier than I thought, I reckon, as far as getting the bars done and stuff. On the P51, they were an absolute curse. These gaps are nice. There we go, that's a good angle to roll with. Now, there we go, we can see exactly how it's coming out. Then we'll come around this way. Yeah, I like that approach. We'll come down here. 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 And around this way. Now, okay. See if I can very quickly. Bit more tricky in there. Can you come straight down that way? Two more. And then I'm going to wind the stream up. Into there, into here, and finally into here. All right, let me just clean my brush and I'll show you what we've done. Pretty happy with what we got done today, actually, overall, because it's quite a lot. Yeah. Now, I'm not on tomorrow because I'm fishing, but I will be on Sunday, being, well, my Sunday, your Saturday, for those in Europe and the US. Yeah. And on that day, which will get stuck into such niceties as the interior green, some black that we are required to put on as well. Yes, we will. And by then, because I'll have a bit of time to do some off-camera work, I may have finished the P51. And depending on whether or not my replacement parts of the Batmobile are ready, which they may be, I might even have that done. We shall see. Now, in the meantime, things I got done today. The zinc chromate on the interior here and on the rear wheel covers. The front wheel covers. This is part of the back of the seat arrangement. The probably need to zoom in for this bit. Edges of those, because they need to be done. And I've got to start on the top wheel wells. You can see I've got that one coming along okay. So yeah, we'll finish those off on Sunday as well. But yeah, alrighty. Got a bit done today at least. I'm pretty happy with the outcome today. Thanks, David. Yeah, it's good. All right, people. As I said, that's me done for today. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Now, first-time viewers, you know what I'm about to suggest. Follow, like, or subscribe. If you hadn't seen that one coming, you're simply not paying attention. Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord. And what do we do? What do we do? We follow, like, or subscribe. All right. Now, tomorrow I'm not on. I'll hopefully be catching fish. And letting them go because I'm a nice guy. What can I tell you? But I will be back on Sunday, and I hope to get all of these base colors, that is, done and dusted, because I think that would be an good outcome. My pleasure, David. On Sunday, I'm thinking that Bassman will probably be back. I will email yours and Alex's regards to him. I'm sure more to the point, his wife. I'm sure that would be appreciated. So yes, anyway, at the end of the day, all that's really left for me to say is that I will be back on Sunday at a similar kit time. and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous.